What's up, guys? I hope you're enjoying this beautiful Sunday. It's about 80 degrees, a little bit windy, and pretty calm, actually, to be honest with you. So, over these last few weeks, I've had the Miata pretty much sitting down, but it's back. If you guys watched the last video, which you guys probably have, that thing's actually been blowing up compared to what I normally get on my channel, and it's actually been pretty cool. YouTube normally does not recommend people my videos, but they've actually been doing it lately, which is crazy. So I took the Miata to the shop to have the window regulator replaced, and they did a good job. It's been working, and I hadn't had any trouble out of it. Starts up, rolls up and down really good. So it's actually been pretty nice. So that's one thing I ain't got to worry about. The local Miata specialist did it for me for about $250, which ain't bad at all. Really good for having something done that I really didn't want to do. It's nice to be able to give your car to someone when you don't want to do anything yourself. But here's the thing, while this thing was at the shop, the old battery crapped out on itself. So when I went to pick it up, I had to buy a brand new battery, which is a good thing because I really needed a new battery anyway, because the old one didn't even fit. I wasn't ready to buy a new one just yet, but I kind of got forced to. I got a Duralast 51R battery, and it actually fits inside the battery holding case, so I can actually hold it down now. Before, the old battery was just flopping around, and whenever I drove the car hard, that thing would actually flop over. I opened up the trunk the next day, and I see that the battery is just laying pretty much on its face, which really isn't a good thing to actually have happen. And I definitely would not pass tech and autocross if I ever did take this thing there to pass tech, which I'm probably going to start doing now that pretty much most of the mechanical problems with this thing is over with. Engine's doing well, runs really good. Got a little bit of a lifter to it, but that's not really a big problem. I do want to do a tune-up on this thing. A tune-up would be nice on this thing. New spark plugs and wires. But it looks pretty straightforward, so that shouldn't really be that much of a deal. I still need to do that panel. I'm probably going to leave that alone, in all honesty. And I do need to do that finish panel. Oh, and guess what? You guys remember last time I said the radio was broken. Like, I messed up the radio while I was driving. When I was on the way back home last week, I noticed the radio was back on and it wasn't showing error anymore. So what I did that next day was I put a new speaker, well, not a new one, but just one of the many speakers I have in this for this thing, and I went ahead and put that back in there because I had took it out. I love how easy it is to actually replace these speakers. I'm gonna get rid of that annoying buzzing. And now the radio works really good. I know I really miss having the radio work on this thing. I might actually drive this thing tomorrow, in all honesty, because this thing's really been nice. So far all I've done to this thing since I got it was starter, clutch master cylinder and slave cylinder, new hub bearings in the front. And then I had to put a new top on here, and this top is still doing good, especially for an eBay top. I had that put on for about $850, which definitely ain't bad at all. I couldn't get a hold of any other top places, and the ones I could get a hold of wanted $2 grand for it, so way better than that. So here's what I want to do next. Now that most of the mechanical problems are done, everything else is going to be pretty much cosmetic. I want to get some new seat covers for this thing. Probably get some black ones. Maybe some new door cards, the quilted ones. Or at least some replacement ones. Maybe one that can have this part taken out of, because that kind of gets in the way. And I definitely want some new floor mats. Probably some diamond quilted ones from Carbon Miata. Or maybe some rubber ones like I got in the Civic. And I definitely want to get this paint redone. It looks good when you're like away from it, and definitely looks good in the sunlight. But when you actually start paying attention to it, then you start seeing some of the imperfections. They're not that bad, especially considering the car's like over 30 years old, but I do want this thing to be a little bit perfect. Especially since I do want to trade it for a Corvette one day. And the better condition this thing is, the better Corvette I can probably get. But yeah, this thing's been a champ ever since I got it back. The battery starts it up every time. Like, literally, the new battery combined with the new starter, well, new-ish, I replaced it last year. It pretty much shakes the car when it's starting. That's how strong that starter is. It's crazy. But this thing's pretty good. I might try to enter it into autocross next month. They actually got an autocross going on today. It's probably over by now. But I want to see how this thing will actually do on there. Especially with that new exhaust. That thing's going to sound really, really good. But that's pretty much all I got for this car today. I'd seen you guys like the video that I posted before, so I'll try to make more videos like that. I'll see you guys next time.